just happened, I guess, on the news is now covering it. And we're going to show you some other footage too. I posted links on drones that they caught spraying here in the last few hours, I guess, spraying. And also there's another picture, another video of what looks like a drone is actually shooting some kind of beam. And we also have some very important updates from an anonymous poster on Reddit, which looks credible. You might want to share this feed with your loved ones. This post is kind of what you might consider to be Uncle Intel. We always call it Uncle Intel. It's not been completely confirmed, but it sounds legit. It sounds like what you might expect. And so we're going to be looking at that too. That's an interesting post. So I'm going to be sharing that here with you just in a moment. In the meantime, just get ready because I think something is incoming here real soon. They say it's in that one post that I'm referring to off of Reddit. They're saying before Christmas Eve that this is going to be happening. So you're talking about in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, less than 10 days, maybe 10 days from now, we're going to be seeing something big. And what that big is remains to be seen, but this person seems to have some knowledge of what's happening and what all this means. So we're going to show you that. Make sure you get this out to everybody. Post this feed on your social media, on your Twitter pages, your Facebook pages, your Reddit pages, whatever you do. If you're a social media person or activist or keyboard warrior, get it out there, share it everywhere you can. Forums, wherever, spam it everywhere you can on a live feeds. Spam it in the chat rooms. We're going to be sharing this here in just a moment as soon as we get some people show up. Russia is moving some ICBMs. Yeah, there's a lot happening right now. Good to see you, Cindy, Treasure, Beloved Warrior. Who all's in the house right now? We just concluded a live stream just a few minutes ago, a devotional update, which was great. If you missed it and you're not a person of faith, you still should go check it out. Very important information contained therein. And you definitely want to really focus and meditate on what I just said. If you are a person of faith, you'll definitely be edified by what we shared. Hello, Jeffrey. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. And who else is in the house here? MB, Cindy, Helmcat. Okay, so we're going to get into this right now. I'm going to go ahead and just start sharing some information with you. So this is just now coming out on Fox News just a few hours ago. Just listen to this report. Listen to this report. And then I'm going to show you some other footage from a drone, two different footages of different things that were happening with these drones in the last 24 hours. And they're saying these drones are huge. I mean, some of them are the size of cars, very quiet, you can't even hear them, very odd behavior. We'll look at some of the recent footage. Here we go on the news report.
Response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini is live from that scene. Stephanie, obviously so much frustration about what is even happening in the skies above us. So this might be a big answer.
Yeah, Bianca, I talked to several people who tell us they heard a drone crash somewhere behind where I'm standing. We're working to get that information confirmed with officials. Our chopper has been flying over the area this morning. Here's some video. We're showing you that view from above. We're in a shopping plaza in Hillsborough, just off Route 206. First responders have been here all morning, including Hillsborough police, a lot of onlookers. I talked to one woman who says her concerns are growing, calling all the recent drone activity activity very bizarre. She says she heard the drone crash happened overnight here, but she says that she's seen several, what she believes are drones anyway, flying around her home. She says she lives not too far from where we're live right now. Now, we've reported on these drone concerns in New Jersey. Some experts have said the sightings could very well be lawfully manned aircrafts. Today, we're hearing from officials on Staten Island about the same topic. Take a listen.
You know, there's a saying that we had after 9/11, if you see something, say something. I think that's become, if you see something, don't worry about it, because we saw it too. And the people of Staten Island deserve answers. The people of this city and state and region deserve answers of what the heck is going on.
So we've heard from the FBI, and the FBI says there's no reason to believe that these recent possible drone sightings pose a national security threat. Now, in terms of what we're getting from local officials, we're being told we're going to get an update this afternoon at some point, Bianca, in terms of what they've been looking at here. Back to you inside.
Yeah, it's so interesting because they say it poses no threat, but they can't tell you what it is. So many questions surrounding this, Steph.
Okay, so we have other information that we want to share with you guys, and I want to put it on the screen here, which I think is very interesting. Let me just put this up here really quickly. This was a Reddit post. And then I'm going to show you some other footage that's pretty crazy. And let me just do this so I can make it big here. Let's do that. Let's do it like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So this is a Reddit post, and I'm going to make it so that I can scroll it here. And so this was in the conspiracy forum. Listen to what this guy, now a lot of times people post on Reddit because they want to stay anonymous and they don't want to let people know who they are, but they do want the information out. And it could be a troll. It could be somebody making stuff up too. But like I said, you always have to read between the lines and get a feel for what you think might be legitimate information, right? Legitimate information. And this has the kind of a feel to it that there might be something more to it than, that what this guy is saying may in fact be true. But here's what he said. Radar guy here. I know who is operating the drones. 25-year radar operator for a major agency here. Just thought I'd let you all know what has been going on these past few weeks. The drones are part of a military drill being conducted by Space Force. Everything is on the need-to-know basis, which is why there's so much confusion. What gets me concerned and why I had to make this post is that something big is about to go down. I happen to know that there are additional full lockout drills that are scheduled to take place between now and Christmas Eve. I have no idea what a full lockout drill is. Does anybody in here in the chat, can anybody explain that to me, please? But it goes on to say, these operations involve the full turnover of all radio, radar, and aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean that they're going to turn everything off so that we can be attacked? Like, are we about to be attacked? Is that what it is? He goes on to say, in conjunction with that, there are also scheduled satellite launches off the books, which have been occurring since October. Are they really satellite launches, or are they intercontinental missiles that are getting ready to go flying? Who knows? What the hell are they doing? They are setting up some kind of a big show. Now, Trump has been talking about how close we are and that we're very precariously on the edge of World War III with Russia. He said that's very dangerous. We need to stop right away. But they're not stopping what they're doing. So Trump is very concerned about that. And he's also talking about hitting Iran and expanding our operations in Iran. So that's precarious. That could be something related to this. I don't know. But he goes on to say they are setting up for some kind of a big show for the public very soon. A show. I wonder if this is all about the disclosure that Trump keeps talking about. Space people, as he looks up into the air. Space people. We have to make sure that everybody knows about the space people. CNN was even on our facility, and I don't know what facility he's talking about, shooting pre-roll footage for a future story. I don't know exactly what is going on, but all I know is this. Get ready. Peace and safety to all of you and your families. Peace and security. Where have I heard that from before? Peace and security. Maybe this guy is just trolling everybody. Who knows? But like I said, this is very odd behavior or very odd information. Now, I want to take you back over to some other things here. Let me just pull it up here for you. Some other footage here that I want to put on the screen here. Some of you may have already seen this. I posted this just a little bit ago. Whoops, wrong one. Let me get the get the video up. Okay, so now this is very odd footage. Let's just go ahead and scoot past this one really quick here. Okay, so they're saying that these drones are spraying something in the sky. And I'm going to take you to the one drone that was shooting something too, which I thought that was really weird. Did somebody doctor that video up? I think it could be legit video too. Now this one here where it shows something being sprayed, look at this. Now think about that. Drones spraying stuff from the sky, especially in light of all this talk about a new 2020 happening again, you know. I'm not going to say the words here, but look at this. Watch this.
Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again.
And by the way, that's not Dabu. Somebody said that was Dabu. That's not Dabu. That's somebody else.
Bro, this is crazy, man. Look at this guy.
Dabu talks more like this. This is Dabu 7. Look at this crazy stuff going on in the skies. It's Illuminati. That's Dabu.
They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
Yeah.
What, are they passing each other?
I've never seen that before.
Wow, they just passed each other.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Are we getting taken over? That's a little crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That's really convincing.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, now the one that shoots these little beams, I don't know if they're beams, they look like something being shot out. This is coming up, so just hold tight on that one.
They're coming this way towards Round Valley.
Oh, they are getting closer.
One's gonna fly over us right now. You think so?
And they're right there. I just found 3 mystery drones in the air. This is wild. That was moving quick. What in the world is happening?
It's a mothership. I don't know. They're saying a mothership and everything, but here's the one where we're talking about where it shoots out. Watch this.
What? Update, but that mystery drone up there is still there. It's been like maybe 10-15 minutes. It's still there.
Did that look real to you? Did that look real to you? I don't know. Look. Oops.
It's been like maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's still there.
Like I said, that all could be you know, video editing, and so I can't say for sure if that's legit, but what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that? All right, so another thing, I wanted to find out what you thought about that one. Oh, the pale horse, yeah. So Bill Cooper, yeah. Somebody was talking about that with Bill Cooper on the pale horse. He talked about the last thing. Oh, you know who also said the last great deception would be alien and space stuff coming from space? He said it would be fake, though. I think it was Vernon von Braun, the Hitler rocket guy that came over to the United States to help build our NASA program. How many of you guys knew that Hitler's right-hand man for the rocket V2 and V1 rocket, Vernon von Braun, was brought over to the United States to help establish NASA? And he gave a point-by-point explanation of what would happen before all these things began to take place. And one of the last things he said would be this, what's going on right now. So Vernon von Braun had it actually right. For those who don't know, what's going on historically there, you might want to go check that out. The pale horse, yeah. When you say Milton, oh, his middle name, was it Milton? Helmcat, was his middle name Milton? Bill Cooper Milton? Was it Milton? Bill Milton Cooper? I think you're right. I think that's right. Yeah, and if you don't know, and by the way, we are right now putting up a very controversial and hated documentary all over social media that we have to literally, I don't want it to affect my Patreon account, so I have to literally take down the video after I post one. I've got a series that I'm posting right now, and you can't post it. It'll affect your accounts and everything, but it's real history, guys. It's real history. You have to really take the time to study and understand what real history is. So I'm posting these videos, these documentaries, and this one particular documentary I have to post in series, but I take down, once it's up for 2 days or a day or so, I take it down. All right. So I've got the second part up right now on Patreon. And for those who are really interested in knowing more, I want to do this spiritual prophetic think tank with us there. We have our internal meetings as well periodically, but I'm posting a lot of information there. And by the way, yesterday's broadcast, last night, late night broadcast, is on there as well, because I said a bunch of stuff and short a bunch of stuff, and we kind of cut up big time. I made fun of a couple of big YouTube personalities that I think it's better that it's behind a paywall anyway. So I put it there just for the patrons. But there was a bunch of people watching last night. How many were here last night, late night? There must have been about 200 people in here. But that's only just for those who are really doing what we're getting behind us on this. Vernon von Braun, Psalms 19:1 on his tombstone. Really? Psalms 19:1? What does it say, Psalms 19:1? I'm kind of curious. Let's see. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament show his handiwork. Really? Is that true? Psalms 19:1, huh? Vernon von Braun told his secretary about the final alien deception. Yep. You were here last night, Helmcap? Was that fun? Awesome. Segway, it's military. It's on their calendar. Okay. So let's just see if we can do a little update here. Might as well while I'm here. Okay, let's see. People think that this is the same broadcast as I just did a few minutes ago. That's probably why people aren't clicking on it. I should have used a different thumbnail. People are thinking this is just a duplicate. Dumb me. I should have, let me just post a different picture here. Hold on. Let me post a different picture. You gotta think outside the box. You gotta know how people are seeing things here. Let's see if I can just get a different picture here. I was gonna put up something stupid, but how about if I put up? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna put up Trump. Everybody loves Trump, so let's just bring Trump into it, since he's the ultimate alien here. Okay. Let's see. Carolyn wrote the New World Order, last card. Carolyn, okay, so she's aerospace executive, Fairchild Industries. She says her name is Dr. Carolyn Rosin. She was the first female corporate manager of Fairchild Industries and was spokesperson for Vernon von Braun in the last years of his life. She founded the Institute for Security and Cooperation in Outer Space in Washington, D.C., and has testified before Congress on many occasions about space-based weapons. She was also presented at meetings in the 70s when the scenario for the Gulf War of the 1990s was planned. Polish-born German-American Vernon Maximilian Freiherr von Braun was an aerospace engineer and space architect. He was the leading figure in the development of rocket technology in Germany and a pioneer of rocket technology and space science in the USA. Von Braun revealed to Dr. Rosin a clandestine plan to justify weapons in space based on an extraterrestrial threat. Now, Vernon von Braun, if you don't, or Warren, I don't know if I'm saying it, Vernon von Braun, he was the one that developed the V2 and the V1 rocket during World War II. And after the war was over, they basically brought him here, and I guess that was his reparation. It was to somehow help us to get us to space. And kind of crazy, but let's look and see what she had to say here. This is her own testimony out of her own mouth. Okay, so she worked for Vernon. He probably died back in the 70s, I bet. He probably lived into the 70s, and this probably was testimony back in the 70s. Let me pull it up here. Hello. Okay, here we go.
When I was a corporate manager of Fairchild Industries in 1974 through 77, I met the late Dr. Werner von Braun in early 74. At that time, von Braun was dying of cancer, but he assured me that he would live a few more years in order to tell me about the game that was being played, that game being the effort to weaponize space, to control the Earth from space and space itself. The strategy that Werner von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in 74, they were.
All right, let me just pump up the volume here. Again, I got to do this manually because it's not right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to scroll back just a little bit.
Played. That game being the effort to weaponize space, to control the Earth from space and space itself. The strategy that Werner von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in 74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now, at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids, we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over, during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. He didn't mention a timeline, but he said that it was going to be speeding up faster than anybody could possibly imagine. That the effort to put weapons in space was not only based on a lie, but would accelerate past the point of people even understanding it until it was already up there and too late.
So there you go. This might be it. Lying signs and wonders, calling down fire out of heaven. You know, the Bible talks about that false prophet that would call down fire from heaven. Could that be, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. So I can show you some fire coming out of heaven. Let's see. Let's see if this is going to be good footage to show you fire coming out of heaven. Does this look like fire coming out of heaven to you? Fire. Fire. Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. Do do do. Fire. Blah blah blah. Looks like fire coming out of heaven to me. Fire coming out of the heavens. Now, if you were, just think about it. If you were a prophet looking into the future and you saw that, how would you explain it? Let's see. Oh, it blew up. That didn't work out too good, did it? Look at that. It's like, oh, that was our first try. It didn't work out too well. Kaboom. Fire coming out of heaven. Mm-hmm. Fire coming out of heaven. Can you see that? Maybe I didn't get the whole. Oh, that didn't work. I hope I had it on there for you so you guys could see it. There you go. That's probably the other picture wasn't probably good. You see how those things are coming out of the sky? Look at that. That looks like fire coming out of heaven to me, you know? But anyways, we just wanted to kind of do a little update with you guys on this because it is interesting information. And if I have any more major talking points to go through with you guys in the news, I'll be back. Like I said, I was just on a few minutes ago. Make sure you get connected to us on Patreon. Do whatever you can, especially right before Christmas. We definitely need a little bit of help from our friends. A little bit of help from our friends. How does that go? We need a little help from our friends, The Beatles, yeah. Oh, shoot, we got a lot of people here. What's going on here? All right, so wait a minute. So first time the Israeli army has advanced toward Damascus countryside. Uh-oh, the Israeli army's getting close to Damascus right now. What? They're entering the town of Magur al-Mir, southwest of the capital, where its soldiers are searching a Syrian military site in the area, according to Sputnik. Wow. Red alerts in Ashkelon, southern Israel. Another wave of Israeli strikes against Damascus, Syria. A lot's going on right now militarily. Definitely things are heating up. And we're going to keep an eye on all this. And if I see anything that makes me feel I need to get your guys' attention on impending escalations, even more so than what we're already seeing. I mean, there's all kinds of escalations. I'm talking about like an exponential, like before a big explosion. I'll definitely be on here to let you know. Okay? God bless. If there's anything else here, let me look really quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Let me look and see if there's anything else. Really quickly, one forum. I want to check out this forum really quick here. Just let me look. Usually I can see something that's happening really quickly here. If anything major. Space Force. Okay, we know that. Nancy Pelosi, I guess, fell or did something happen. She got hurt. She was over there to celebrate the Battle of the Bulge, and she somehow had to go to the hospital. Let's see, CIA project, Skybeam. That might be something to look at. CNN's leading story today is drones. Trump is vehemently disagreeing with Biden about authorizing UK or Ukraine to use U.S.-made long-range missiles. And I told you guys this is a huge red flag that something big could happen as a result of this because Trump is freaking out, it looks like. Is he going to be able to stop it? The drones are all over the U.S. military installations, U.S. Space Force in defensive posture, ? I don't know. 10 to 20 large drones were reported over LaGuardia Airport. Yeah, I did see drones over these airports too, and I was like, that sounds pretty dang dangerous. You got planes coming in and you're hitting these drones? Really? Seriously? Chinese balloon 2.0. Biden White House discusses drone sightings. Claims mistaken identity. New Jersey residents' fears are growing because Biden looks like he's completely oblivious. I just think that the fears are unfounded. Period. He's reading his lines. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Russia launches massive attack on Ukrainian critical fuel and energy infrastructure. Did that just happen? Let me see. That just happened about 45 minutes ago. Let me see. Let's see if there's any video on this. I don't see any video yet. Let's see. Not yet. But it looks like something's going on there. That just happened about 45 minutes ago. Okay, the U.S. budget deficit spiked by a massive $367 billion in November. New Jersey mayor instructs fire department to wear hazmat suits if drone falls. Payload? Question mark. Is there a payload? DC now, are drones headed to the White House? What? Hold on, let me see this one. Take us to your leader. We come in peace, prosperity, peace and prosperity for all. We have a book we want to give you. How to Serve Man. So it says last night, okay, Governor Hogan said last night, beginning around 9:45 p.m., I personally witnessed, he said he personally witnessed and videoed what appeared to be dozens of large drones in the sky above my residence in Davidsville, Maryland, 25 miles from our nation's capital. I observed the activity for approximately 45 minutes. Like many who have observed these drones, I do not know if this increasing activity over our skies is a threat to public safety or national security, but the public is growing increasingly concerned and frustrated with the complete lack of transparency and the dismissive attitude of the federal government. The government has the ability to track these from the point of view of origin or from the point of origin, but has mounted a negligent response. People are rightfully clamoring for answers, but aren't getting any. This is coming from a governor. The Maryland governor? Wow. He says, we are being told that neither the White House, the military, the FBI, or Homeland Security have any idea what they are, where they came from, or who has launched or is controlling them, and that they pose no threat. That don't make no sense, right? Everybody knows they don't make sense. But like I said, they don't care. And they're crashing our country into a brick wall on purpose. I keep telling everybody that. This is all done on purpose. Slow motion train wreck. There we go. That response is entirely unacceptable. I join the growing bipartisan chorus of leaders demanding the federal government immediately address this issue. The American people deserve answers and action now. But see, you guys are not going to get it until we're actually nuked. Then you'll figure it out. Oh, maybe our leaders were complicit after everything is up in flames. Maybe our leaders took a deal behind the scenes. Maybe that's what happened. I'm looking at the video, so he's got a lot of... All right, what else here? Did you know that Zuckerberg has been paying for deer and moose, wild animals, to be injected with that technology that we all talk about? You know what I mean. For over a year and a half. It starts with an M, and it has to do with a helix. You know what I mean? Except that it's altered. Okay, so that kind of technology into deer and moose. Why are they doing that? Are they doing it on purpose, giving them that wasting disease on purpose? Do they not want people to survive when it all hits the fan by going hunting? They don't want you to hunt. My goodness. I need to look into this one too. This is more proof. White-tailed deer found to be a huge, white-tailed deer found to be huge reservoir of CV infection in a sample of white deer-tailed. 80% were found to have active. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. This is absolutely crazy. I'm going to have to look into that. So don't go and hunt. When everything hits the fan and you don't have any food in the stores, you might not want to go hunting. That's why they don't want you to have chickens, because your chickens are protected. They're trying to get rid of all the people that are off grid here. Oh well. That's why you gotta listen to my devotionals, because you got to be in the right place to be able to weather these storms that are about to happen. And whether or not you weather them, just get through them to the other side. That's basically what you got to do. Be prepared to go all the way. All right, guys. God bless. I will be chatting with you guys real soon. I'm sure there's going to be some major developments here. Looks like very soon. So be ready. And if you missed the broadcast right before this one, that is important and you need to listen to it.